I keep saying that I should stop having debates on Twitter because it's not a place for, I don't even want to say nuanced. It's not a place for debate, for interactive discourse. It's a place for zingers, gotchas, tropes. It's an annoying place to try and have a debate, and yet I keep doing it, and I keep getting sucked into the bad habit of trying to do it. But alas, we're going to do it right now. And I won't get into the depths of some of the debates I've been having, but let me bring up. Oh, the post is unavailable. That's right, because she deleted the tweet. Well, okay, hold on. Oh, no, we're going to have to start in chronological order. The original tweet. Let me go find it. We need to find it. Here we go. Don't be distracted by where this is going. Just pay attention to the original tweet, which was the one to which I was originally responding. All right, here we go. Look at this. Bring it up. Here we go. Don't get distracted by it. Here we go. We're gonna focus on this picture right now. Are we seeing it? We are seeing it. Can I make it bigger? I can make it bigger. Okay, here we go. Conflict in the Middle East. It's an absolute tragedy. It's an absolute horror show, and innocent people are being caught in the crossfires of government and terrorist action, period. When I say there's certain things that are black and white, terrorism is black and white. That being said, and despite what everyone thinks would be the standard opinion that a Jewish person should have, I don't think that what Israel is doing in Gaza is going to solve the problem, is going to be productive, and I don't think it's going to do anything but exacerbate the problem. And I'm old enough to have lived through 3 cycles of this in the past, so it's not for nothing that I say this. That's a separate issue. I've talked about it. It's a very impossible discussion to have because tribalism runs deep, decades of grievances run deep, and you're not going to convince anybody who's already come to their opinion on it. Where I chimed in to highlight the absurdity of some of this, Greta Thunberg, a young person with very, very strong opinions on very complex issues, but maybe not the most well-founded opinions, tweeted this out earlier this morning. Now you know one of the parts of the punchline is the tweet was subsequently deleted. Week 270 of her own strike. She's just, it's got to be about me. How do I work this into my grift? Because I don't use that word very often, but I use it where I think a grift is a grift. Week 270 of her strike, which means it started 270 weeks ago. But now there's something in the news today. Let's see how we can merge the two so I can get some headlines. Today, we strike in solidarity with Palestine and Gaza. The world needs to speak up and call for an immediate ceasefire, justice and freedom for Palestinians and all civilians affected. So she got the catch-all in the end there. And then you have an image, and this is the image. One person says, "Free Palestine." I appreciate the sentiment and I understand the arguments. Bottom left says, "This Jew stands with Palestine." I appreciate that there are a lot of Jews that stand with Palestine. There are also a lot of Jews that stand with Israel. There's also a lot of Jews that have some very, very counterintuitive positions on this debate. That's not what I'm focusing on either. I'm actually not even focusing on the circled octopus, but we're going to get there in a second. In behind, Palestinian flag on a poster that says, "Climate Justice Now." So I simply say, going back to my tweets, climate justice now with the Palestinian. We're entering a situation where an entire area is being leveled with bombs. Whether or not you think it's justified, whether or not you think it's productive, whether or not you think it's useful or going to solve the problem, set all of that aside. You're dealing with Palestinian civilians, innocent Palestinian civilians whose lives are being upended, and you put their flag on your climate crisis now and think that that's not somehow an insanely offensive grift off the suffering of the Palestinian people. And that is what I said. I wonder how innocent Palestinians would feel about you exploiting their plight to promote your climate justice agenda. The problem is you need to actually understand things in order to have an educated opinion on them. Like most children, you're good at the opinion part. It's your education that's lacking. And I didn't understand where this was going at the time because I go back to the post and it says the post not available because Greta Thunberg deleted the post. And so I say, maybe she realized how callous it was to grift off the plight of the Palestinian people to promote her climate crisis agenda. But no, I was just my moment of optimism quickly turned into pessimism that even I could not have anticipated. She deleted the tweet because apparently it contained something that could be deemed to be offensive or anti-Semitic. And, Greta's all about thoughtfulness and understanding. In her explanation, by the way, this is it. In the original picture, which many people probably would not have noticed, you see a blue octopus. I don't think the color makes much of a difference. It's an octopus. On the knee of the person in the back who's grifting off Palestinian plight to promote climate justice now. Imagine the death of innocent civilians and the justice that this individual wants while linking it to the Palestinian flag, climate justice. What's on that kid's knee? An octopus. Well, some people seem to have noticed that relates to certain anti-Semitic tropes, iconography, symbolism, or symbology of the past. And apparently Greta was getting some hate, some blowback saying, hey, what the hell is that doing on the knee of the girl who is putting up a post saying, climate crisis now, we're ostensibly criticizing Israel, we've got the blue octopus. What does that mean? Some of you might not know this. And like I've had an argument with Kim Iverson, it doesn't matter what you knew or did not know. It matters what that person meant by putting that octopus on their knee in a post in which they're criticizing the state of Israel. It's an old, well-known anti-Semitic trope. My understanding is someone said that the origins of this particular anti-Semitic trope was that it's supposed to represent Winston Churchill, who's representing Zionism, grasping the globe. That's the origins. Whether or not you knew it, that is the origin of the octopus. Greta Thunberg comes out and says, I didn't know what it was. It's just, some autistic kids use plushies to express themselves. That was her explanation for how that octopus ended up on the knee of that person who was callous enough in the first place to try to appropriate Palestinian plight to further climate justice now. And I said, I'm not believing it. I mean, how the hell does that happen? It's not an accident to the person who did it. When Gretchen Whitmer put in the 8645 in the backdrop, it doesn't matter that 90% of the people didn't see it or wouldn't have understood what it meant. It was put there for a bloody reason. Now, some of the flack that I've been getting is Viva's going all lefty and I'm not offended by that. I'm not offended by that. And call me a self-hater. And some people are going to say, you're doing this. Like I think I'm going to get in anybody's good books who doesn't like Jewish people in general. I'm not offended by it. I'm not insulted by it. I don't think she should be canceled for it. But don't give me a bullcrap excuse. We didn't know what we were doing when we propped up an octopus on the knee of a person in an anti or a critical of Israel post. Just say that you are accusing Israel of, like an octopus, expanding its territory into Gaza. That is the criticism. Don't pretend you didn't know what you were doing. And then people go in and say, Viva, I'm not about canceling. I'm not about ordering the takedown of it. I'm not offended by it. In fact, people's memories are so bloody short and their blinders are so bloody directional that they don't. I mean, I'm not getting any credit in anybody's good books for this. But the value of consistency is consistency. Consistency is its own reward. I don't find it offensive. I don't even think people shouldn't be allowed to post it. And I don't even think they should be demonized for posting it. I understand what they mean from it. They might not have appreciated the trope that it is. They are expressing a legitimate criticism, ostensibly, even though they might be using an antiquated anti-Semitic trope to do it, of an issue of political importance. I'm so not offended by it, and I'm so consistent in my reasoning. Y'all remember that guy Douglas Mackey? Hold on, I'll bring this out for a second. Y'all remember Douglas Mackey, Ricky Vaughn, the guy who I have been defending, raising awareness about, lamenting the outrageous sentence that he just got of 7 months for posting a meme that says vote by mail. I've been defending that guy since he's been charged, since before he's been charged. I've been saying that guy has gotten the stiff end of the injustice stick like nobody else out there. You remember how they tried to demonize him at the time? Oh, he's an anti-Semite. He posted anti-Semitic memes. Look, no one's going to say, this is Ricky Vaughn. He posted this. Do you think, should I care? Maybe I should care. Maybe I should be the one screaming, take it down. Oh my God, it's terrible. No, he posted this. All right. He's allowed to post things that I think are stupid. He posted the very meme, which also leads me to believe that there's no way these kids didn't know what they were doing when they put that up there. Maybe Greta didn't know because she's not the one who did it. It was the girl behind her. Ricky Vaughn posted this. What does that change in my view of the injustice that Ricky Vaughn has gone under? Nothing. Do I think he should be canceled for it? Hell no. Do I find it mildly offensive? No, because I'm a lawyer and I can dissociate the expression of an idea from the idea itself. Does it make me scared that Ricky Vaughn tweeted that out? Does it make me scared that the girl behind Greta Thunberg put that on? No. But don't pretend that don't treat us like we're idiots. Don't treat us like we're idiots. Oh, great. Steve Britton. I said it. I'm forgetting something. Tabarouette, and I haven't looked at the super. I apologize, people on locals. It's like I'm okay. I'm adding it right now. I didn't add the RTPM. So that's the irony in all of this, by the way, is that the left applies rules. They wanted to cancel Ricky Vaughn because of that stupid meme. Okay, I wouldn't, but. You said it was anti-Semitic when Ricky Vaughn did it. You said he's a white nationalist when Ricky Vaughn did it. Well, you just got caught doing it, and don't expect me to believe that you're such young babes in the woods. You didn't know. I didn't know. Here, hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna prop up. No, I can't even think. I'm just gonna prop up something prominently in a post critical of the very state to which that icon relates and pretend I didn't know. And people out there so disingenuous it's a little doll. What does it mean? People pretend not to understand symbolism versus the object. An object can be an object. It can also represent something. And so, yeah, an octopus sitting in some kid's room on the bed is a plushie. A plushie octopus sitting on the knee of a girl criticizing Israel in a post that they put out onto Twitter is no longer just a plushie. And anyone pretending it's just a plushie, disingenuous. Everyone's like, okay, Viva, now you're going to go out and say that okay is anti-Semitic. No, I'm not. Because I've already said that is an idiotic thing to do because the A-OK was a meme that the ADL fell for with no historical use as the use that is deemed to be anti-Semitic in current times. So no, they're not the same. And you want to disingenuously pretend they are the same. Expect people to question your judgment. Oh, well, I didn't know that it meant something anti-Semitic, so no one meant it. It doesn't matter what anyone understood except for the person who did it. And obviously, enough people understood that Greta got enough blowback that she had to delete it, take that picture again, and post another picture, which is, in my opinion, more offensive than the one with the octopus. It's the one that cheaply, what's the word I'm looking for? Opportunistically seeks to grift off the suffering of innocent Palestinians so they can promote their climate crisis rubbish. Climate justice now. Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what the innocent civilians and citizens of Gaza are thinking right now. Carbon emissions. That's what they're thinking. Greta. Oh my goodness.